Ex-fossil Meghan FEARS spills the beans. The ex-husband has an explosive story to reveal. Harry warned that there were more skeletons in the closet. Hello and welcome to our Princess Diana news channel. A royal author has spoken to New Magazine and said she thinks Meghan will be mad at the offers for her first husband to write a book about their marriage. But before we get to that story, I have a lot of respect for you, my listeners. I recently changed the way I make my videos a bit because I wanted to respect those who share their thoughts in our comment sections. But remember when I said some people stole my videos? Common examples are king and royal family news. And recently there was another channel that played Princess Diana. Well, then they deleted those parts because they were so embarrassing that they didn't even interact with the people who followed their channel. This is clearly an act of cowardice. I mean, these people probably watched this video and probably laughed. But you, my impartial viewers, continue to support us in cleaning up the entire YouTube landscape. Thank you so much because the world can be a very confusing place sometimes. Don't forget, we will respond to your comments later. This is the main content of today's update of Nouveau Journal. After a rather quiet start to the year, Meghan has been busy. She is planning the next phase of her career as she is believed to be creating some kind of health and lifestyle brand. But her about-turn may come with some challenges, with one royal expert saying her ex-husband Trevor Engelson has received an invitation to write a book about their failed marriage. Meghan is currently married to Trevor, who owned a film management and film production company from 2011 to 2013. And then they broke up due to irreconcilable differences. So my guess is that Meghan was working in Canada and she reportedly decided to tell him that she wanted a divorce and send her wedding rings to L.A. And now royal author Neil Sean, who wrote the A to Z of Harry and Meghan, claims Trevor has received many offers to put his past on paper. He also said Meghan would be worried, which was understandable. Neil met Trevor and told the magazine that when Meghan was at the height of her fame, he was offered big deals and lots of money by a number of agents. I think he will take stock and consider all options. He said Meghan might be shocked. He's going to have a really great story because finally he's going to experience firsthand for the first time what it means to be married to an actress that I knew him briefly, and he seems like a kind and caring person who has clearly moved on. In any case, there is no escape from his story. Trevor is also very successful himself. That's why his Beverly Hills-based production company, Underground, created the TV crime drama Snowfall. The film ran for 6 seasons and starred British actor Damson Idris. Last year, he was rumored to be working on a book, Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the Windsors, with royal author Tom Ball. The book contains many details about Meghan's difficulties in her first marriage. And, according to the book, their first year as a couple was blissful. Meghan named her husband Trev. But problems became apparent in their relationship after Meghan became involved in legal proceedings in July 2011. After filming of the show ended, Meghan stayed in Toronto. Now Tom claims she told her friends she didn't want Trevor to be obsessed with her. He still lives in Los Angeles. Tom wrote, to the producer's surprise, Meghan was eager to move to Toronto rather than commute like all the other actors in Los Angeles. He added that Meghan told producers she had no problem leaving town or even her partner. He claimed the show was Meghan's ticket out of the marriage. Neil is featured on Neil Sean's Daily Headlines on YouTube. He said a book about Trevor and Meghan's marriage would be of great interest. He said her story would be about how ruthless, ambitious and determined she was. If he talks about how he was dumped and why, it could be explosive. Meghan isn't known for keeping friends from her past, and Trevor's history is still a big mystery. Trevor has now been welcomed into the Markle family. Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, adored his son-in-law and described him as the perfect gentleman. I really liked Trevor, Thomas said in a 2018 interview. He met my mother and was always very kind and supportive. He was a perfect gentleman to my daughter and treated me with the utmost respect. I was so happy when he proposed to Meghan. Trevor is also close to Meghan's mother Doria. Thomas said he was great to Meghan and was always kind and respectful to me and Doria. Meghan loved entertaining, so we were invited to dinner parties and special occasions. I really enjoyed Trevor's company. Now, Thomas has detailed how frustrated he was that Meghan ignored him after her wedding to Prince Harry in 2018, which Thomas didn't attend due to illness. It comes after he admitted conspiring with a photographer to take a series of paparazzi photos. Meghan's older sister Samantha also called her sister a pussy princess, and she even wrote a book detailing their rivalry while their father was still married to Doria. But Neil says that the family members had no choice but to be honest, and he warns Harry that Trevor could do the same. He said, "If I were Harry, I would pay attention. I think he has a lot of skeletons in his closet. Your past is your future." Well, the experts say so, but what about the reality? Meghan's current fan base is very small. However, most people are turned off by his disgusting behavior. I don't think a book about her or Harry would be a hit right now because most people are bored by both books. Most people view them as liars and are very aware of their disgusting behavior. So, of course we don't want to hear about it again. Based on what we've seen, Trevor's marriage was probably about him since Meghan married Harry. We hear that he is now married and a father. I am sure that his private family life is satisfactory. And he is much further along in his producing career and in a better financial position than when he was together with Meghan. So I don't think he really needs anything to say about him. I think he's focused on the future. Now he is the best version of himself and living the best life. He won't remember his failed marriage to Meghan. I'm sure he was upset when he received the envelope with the ring. But I don't think he was angry about it. I think he's definitely evolved. If he's still unhappy, if he still wants revenge, then of course he can write a book. But he wasn't unhappy, he was happy. So I don't think he has much incentive to tell the truth about his marriage to Meghan. I don't think he wanted to make it public anymore. At this point, Meghan Markle is just a faint memory for him. At that point he recovers and acts like a more mature person than he is. He is always trying to wreak havoc, take revenge on people and create drama where none exists. He is not like that. Meghan's status as a royal in the UK is lower than it was before joining Harry. Well, I think the only way to upset him is if Meghan writes a book and mentions him in it and portrays him as a negative liar with lies and making up stories. Now Trevor can think about revenge if Meghan does it. At this point, most people see Harry and Meghan as a couple of liars, hypocrites, and bullies who will do anything to get media attention. I mean, the horrible couple, aka Meghan and Harry, have shown us that they have no respect for anyone or anything. Meghan is happy to return the favor to Grid to keep her silly laugh in the news as long as possible. One of the videos we posted yesterday was The Last Desperate Step. Meghan is always trying to act out and deceive the public in order to erase her false childhood shame. As usual, you guys have a really good discussion on this. I wanted to respond to some of your comments and those who continue to steal our videos. Do you want to keep this part or delete it? Hey thief, why don't you try making your own video? Everything is fine. So I want to start by sharing with you 3 of the most popular comments. Aquarius said, Meghan can talk. He can't walk. No one had seen her with her children and had no idea what kind of mother she was. In my opinion, this is a huge red flag. I totally agree. As for what Meghan's mom could be like, I think she's the dearest mom. Vibrations from her. I don't think I'm the only one. Then I really liked Valerie Kelly's comment about Valerie saying that a person's true character is seen in the way he treats animals. Harry was famous for his attitude towards animals, need we say more? I agree with them. I mean, it's really scary when I think about how he abused his polo pony and then what happened to the story of the dog with the broken legs. I think they are both animal abusers. And then Margaret says, now Margaret, I agree with you. I don't think the king's silence is good. I really hope he's telling the truth, but at the same time I understand there may be something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Perhaps the king's hands really were tied, for reasons we don't know. Then Cindy said, the whole royal family, including the Queen, knew there would be no children. They were all part of the scam that I'm not sure what Harry and Meghan will bring to the royal family, but it must be stupid. One day the truth will be revealed. It always does. And I'm still not sure about that. I mean, I'd like to give the royal family a benefit that they don't try to engage in this kind of fraud, but at the same time blackmail them with whatever information they do is not disclosed to the public, and therefore they are willing to remain silent about it. Meanwhile, Christine has some very strong words for the king. She says that I hope this direct comment to King Charles will go down well. If you don't purge Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth soon, in the next few years all supporters of the monarchy in Britain will be Republicans. Trust us. This is your decision. That I think a lot of people feel the same way. The king must realize that he now finds himself in a vulnerable position. Transparency will be greatly appreciated. I think Thomas makes a good point as well. Thomas Lodwig said, "Would never leave my children for so many days, even with their mother, who loves them so much." We cannot know what happens in other families, but there is a very normal behavior. Both left at the same time and criticized the royal family. No? I mean, who is Harry to talk about how his father didn't spend enough time with him as a child? He and Meghan have been separated from these kids for weeks and we don't even hear about their care or anything like that. I like what Carol said in her comment. Carol says, she's having fun. He enjoys fooling us all and making us talk about it without accountability. It's a slap in the face to all of us. Nothing could stop him anyway. But I think you're like me, Carol. I think you hope something will stop him soon. He must be stopped. I mean, things can't go on like this. And then Charlotte says, why is Meghan allowed on stage at Invictus? I thought Germany wouldn't let Meghan into the country. Oh, it was definitely our dream, Charlotte. And then, Ganymede says, for some people, leaving their pets behind while traveling is extremely painful. Megs and Safari seem to be cruel parents. People who are cruel to animals are also cruel to people. Real. Mags and Harry are both selfish and only care about themselves. Unacceptable. I think most of us care about what these kids are going through, if they are real. That I mean, that's one of the reasons why we hope they're not real. So guys, that's all the time we have. So I really appreciate you guys watching and chatting with us. If you enjoyed my video today, please like and share it with anyone who needs it. Please feel free to click the subscribe button for more updates from Princess Diana channel. Thank you very much for your attention, have a nice day and we will get back to you in the next video.